Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is episode 2 of the Fitter Father Average Cyclist. Today I'm diving in a bit more of my 2025 plans. I've locked in 4 Century rides for the year out of the planned 5. I plan to record this ride out on the bike, but my trusty winter bike is in the shop. It's a Trek Marlin 6 and it's covered over 905 miles since I bought it in September, and unfortunately the rear hub has failed. Shout out to the Bike Cellar at Plymstock for getting me a warranty upgrade, and Trek for pushing the upgrade through. So next week should be back on, getting the miles in. So while I'm grinding, I've mapped out some of the rides I'm starting in April. And on top of that, I'm trialing new editing software. So let me know in the comments if you notice a difference, or if you think there's anything I can improve on. Let's get into it and talk about Century rides. So we're starting in April with the Taunton Flyer. It starts at Smeethorpe Airfield near Honington, and the event is somewhat themed around wartime airfields of East Devon and Somerset. The routes past RAF Exeter, RAF Dunkeswell, RAF Apottery, RAF Culmhead, RAF Merrifield and RAF Weston Zoyland. So a nice East Devon and Somerset ride. The ride is relatively flat, it's covering 101 miles and 4,825 feet of climbing. A nice ride to ease myself into the summer. Then in May, we're moving on to the Moor to Sea. Taken in Dartmoor and the East Devon coastline, it also includes the Haytorm Clerham segment. 110 miles with 10,000 feet of climbing. That one sounds a bit more spicy, very similar to the ride to Bude, and I'm definitely going to have to shed a few pounds for that one, because carrying 118 kilos up those hills just isn't fun. June is the Dartmoor Classic, an almost figure of 8 ride crisscrossing Dartmoor. Plenty of climbs, 107 miles, 9,000 feet of climbing. Again, as with the Moor to Sea, carrying around 118 kilos isn't going to be fun. So if I can come out at that target weight of 100 kilos, that would be absolutely amazing. The final ride I've signed up for is in September, the Land's End 100. An epic century taking in the best of the Cornish coast. 104 miles, around 7,000 feet of climbing, but those coast roads are going to get battered by the wind if there is wind on that day. So again, that weight isn't pleasant to carry around, especially with a bigger frame. You're a bigger target for the wind, so you need to get those pounds off. So that's the 4 that I've committed to this year. They're locked in, they're booked in the calendar. The second half, she's got them in the calendar as well, so she knows not to plan anything on those days, so we're a go. As an addition for the year, one of the rides I'd really like to do is a loop of the Isle of Wight. The Isle of Wight was somewhere where we used to go on holiday as a family, used to go on school trips there, and I'd really love to catch the ferry over in the morning and do a loop of the Isle of Wight. It's 65 miles, 4,000 feet of climbing, and if you think about it, the roads, the scenery, taking the white cliffs, the beaches, the extensive sea views and the pretty villages. So absolutely stunning ride. So I'd like to factor that one in at some point. Maybe the boys and I could get an Airbnb somewhere, catch the ferry over, do the ride, come back and have a few beers in the evening. That one sounds like a bit of a boys trip and a decent one to plan, to be fair. So I think I'd look forward to that. I appreciate this video has been shorter than last week's, but I've kind of been stumped this week. I really wanted to film a ride where I was talking to the camera and try something different. Can you give me your feedback in the comments box on how you find the editing this week? Is there anything I can change with the video? I know the length will need to change as I get into it, and as I work on more content, then that will naturally come. But if you can give me a like, a comment, and maybe even a subscription, then you can see the next one. In a few weeks' time, I'm planning to film myself doing an FTP test, so I'm really going to go into the locker on that one. But I really appreciate your time in watching this today. Thank you.